Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. How was everyone's long weekend? What's up, John? How you doing? Notifications off for now. What's up, Bino? How you doing? Hope everyone had a good long weekend. Tuesday, short week. Let's get after it. Ton of good setups. A lot of opportunity. As always, what's up, Jacoma? I'm great. Great. Besides for it being freezing, I'm great. What's up, Sam, Tracy, Shadow? Working and studying. Good, 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 good. What is everyone looking at today? Vikings never. Yeah, let's go Giants. How about some respect for the Giants? Unbelievable. And we go to play the Eagles, and Seablast is an Eagles fan, and I'm a Giants fan. So me and Seablast might have to take a bet against each other. I'm in New York City. Yeah. Apple just unveiled a new MacBook Pro, the M2 Pro and the M2 Max, just now, or this morning, or yesterday. Fly, Eagles, fly. No, let's go Giants. Let's go Giants. This is unbelievable. What's the spread? Let's see what the spread is. On my app. New York in the house, yes sir. Spread on this game. I don't think there's a line yet. Oh wait, yeah, there is. Minus 7.5. Interesting. That's not that big of a spread. They're only minus 360. You're watching the video, always spy for you. Live in New Jersey, across from Philly, but I'm a Steeler fan. Ooh, Steelers. Pittsburgh is pretty cool though. A very Giant fan, awesome. So, all right, let's get into ES and the charts. If anyone has any questions, as always, please feel free to drop a comment. Also, before I get started, actually, I did drop a video yesterday on how to navigate the Bull Trades Discord. So if you ever have any doubts or questions on how to work your way around the Bull Trades Discord, just take a look at the video I dropped. It's like a 12-minute video. I pretty much cover everything regarding voice chat, alerts, DMs, everything. Go take a look at that if you ever have any doubts or anything. So ES, right, currently I'm looking at the 1 hour, now 30-minute. Right, we're kind of flagging here on these smaller time frames here. Right, higher lows, lower highs, consolidating within this range. So gonna watch this at open for a breakout if we don't break out before 9:30. Right, two ranges I would keep an eye on is if we break below these lows here, right, potential short opportunity, and if we break above this high here, potential long opportunity to the resistance above. Right, so there's two opportunities here with this flag. Right, I kind of like the we are in an overall uptrend, right? So favor is to the upside. But if we take a look at these stocks here, right, it's kind of, you know, 50-50. Tesla's up 2%, Square's up 1.2%. Apple is up almost 0.4%, but a bunch of tech names are down, right? QQQ is down 0.34%, SPY is down 0.2%, right? So SPY is stronger than QQQ, right? So just make sure, you take note of that and you factor it into what you'll be playing today. If we take a look at SPY, this is the chart I have on SPY. Right, if we take a look at the overall chart, mega trend line from the highs in January, we're approaching those levels again, right? So this is, how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6th time that we're testing this level, right? Or this resistance from the highs, right? So if it can't break out, we should see a pretty decent sized rejection back down to this bottom support level, which we bounced also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Right, huge support below. Right, if we zoom in a little bit on these smaller time frames, kind of have a rising wedge, right? Multiple bounces off this bottom trend line, right? Kind of 2 resistances off of here, or 2 rejections off that level, and we have this previous high from Thursday, right? Friday we rejected it as well. Right, we're kind of sitting right below this double top here. So if this double top can't break here at market open, I'm going to look for a short opportunity. I think this would be the stop loss above, right? And the price target would be 393.51. And then if 393.51 breaks, we have a gap to fill to the downside. So I do like the risk to reward to the downside way better. That's exactly what I'll look for at open. I'll look for a short opportunity. I love the risk to reward, right? Tight stop loss above and huge room to run to the downside. That's always what I'll look for, right? Risk to reward is amazing on this one. Let's take a look at what it is. Short position, right? Let's say we enter here, for example. Stop loss would be right above. Price target at this level here is a 3.5 to 1. Then if we do it to the main level down here, right, which is this previous level right here, right? Previous resistance, acted as support. Also, we could drag it across. Risk to reward is now 9 to 1. Right, 9 to 1. Odds are I probably wouldn't hold it all the way down to this level. I would leave, just a very small part of my position. Right? Anytime I have a huge percentage gain, I pretty much never have a full-size position. It's pretty much just runners. Right? I'm always trying to reduce exposure to the market, and right, you always want to protect your downside. Anytime you enter a play, you always want to say to yourself, how much can I lose? Right? You want to be risk first, not profit first. If you're looking, more towards the profit side, you're going to get greedy, emotions are going to take over, and it's just going to spiral out of control from there. Does that make sense to everyone? Give me like a thumbs up in the chat if that makes sense to everyone. Or even give me a thumbs up on the video. Would appreciate that. Feeling good. This coffee's got me dialed. Goldman Sachs missed today. Yeah, they're down 3% on earnings. Wow. Revenue down 1.5% and earnings 40% miss. What is that level? So resistance would be around 398.50 or 399.10. Right, that's the high of Friday. Yeah, everyone go get your coffee. And I'm just going to look for a rejection of this level. There's really no specific entry point that I have in mind. It would just be a rejection of this double top here. But as always, I'll be in voice chat in the Discord at market open. And of course, I'll alert my entry there. And if it doesn't move quick enough, or if it doesn't move quick, I will always alert it in the analyst alert tab. But sometimes, right, options move quick and I can't alert it because I have to type it out, of course. But I'll be in voice chat as always. Awesome. Glad that makes sense. Let's take a look at VIX. Right, so here's the VIX chart that I have. Right, a little choppy, but it's totally okay. Right, we have these multiple rejections across this pink trend line here. Right, this is the 30-minute chart. And we had a huge move to the downside, right? Because we've been rallying. We've seen a nice little rally to the upside on the market. And now we kind of opened up all the way up here in the middle of nowhere, no man's land. But take a look, this previous support back from December 21st and the 22nd, right? We're hovering right around that level. So opening range here is... Right, opening range 19.89 to 20.22. Right, so if this breaks to the downside, SPY shouldn't break that resistance. Right, so always keep an eye on VIX and SPY together. They kind of work together, and you can see what happens before it actually happens. Oh, the gap down level. There's a gap at... Oh, well, this level here is the main resistance below 393.51, but we do have a gap. Oops. Do have a gap at 391.38. Okay. Voice alert helps. I'm keeping up to date with these comments. Let's see. Cblast is watching Tesla Square SE as his top watch for the day. Right, he's waiting for an opening range first before taking any trades. It's a great idea. Right, opening range, all the overnight orders are being filled. It's a little choppy. Right, levels can get broken very easily. Take a look at some setups. So I think this is one of my favorite setups for today. Right, BA been doing very well trading recently, but we have multiple bounces off this bottom trend line. We kind of have this double resistance here, rising wedge looking pattern here. We're sitting at these lows, right? We could totally bounce off and push to highs, but if the market shows weakness, I really like this to the downside. It's kind of like a machine gun to the downside, right? Trigger this level, it'll trigger this level, it will trigger this level, and it should continue to push down. But if it breaks this high candle here, around 214.2, right, we should push up back to 216 plus, 216.7 plus, or 0.6 plus. Right. As always, if you always have to have the sentiment. If the market does this, I do that. Right? Don't have a bias. Don't be, don't go into the day saying, oh, it's going to be bullish, because then you're going to lean towards, one side. Southern asks, should I go to a cash account if I'm under 25K? Absolutely. You do not want to be stuck with 3 trades per week. That's miserable. Absolutely go to a cash account. Anyone under 25K should 100% be on a cash account. Margin trading is just unnecessary. NVIDIA as well. All right, so same thing as BA, kind of this wedge here. Not saying that there's not going to be upside, right? It is up 0.15%. Market can totally rally. We have seen a nice rally in the past few days. But this setup, right, if we reject, I like the downside. Right, gonna wait for confirmation or, an actual trigger to the downside, which would be 166.27. Apple up 0.47%. I always take a look at Apple. I keep a very close eye on it as it is the largest in SPY. Let's see what these lows are doing here. Again, another wedge here on SPY. All right, 3 bounces, 3 rejections. We are opening above though. But if we do pull back, I'll keep an eye. Square looks very good. Right, up 1.33%. Looks good for upside. Right, we have a triple top here at 72.47. We also had a flag breaking here in pre-market. Right, it is now breaking in pre-market 72.47, the triple top. So we could potentially push up to the high here of 75. So keep an eye at this level, right? Set alerts as always, and play based on levels. Tesla. Definitely keeping an eye on Tesla. I have my alert set at 125.95, which is the previous resistance from January 11th. All right, Wednesday, January 11th, we rejected this level, and we are breaking out of this flag, right? Higher lows, lower highs. In pre-market, we're breaking above. All right, so this is the next resistance above, 125.95. And then above that, we should push to 128.62. Keeping an eye on that as well. All right. I don't like to have more than one chart on my screen at once. I like to keep it simple. I like to be stress-free when I trade. I don't have 4 or 20 charts on my screen at once. I'll just filter through back and forth. I set my alerts, I have a plan in place, and that's it. All right, I'll take one trade at a time, max, and I'll take 1 to 3 trades per day, I would say, is max. If everyone could please drop a like on the video if you have not already, appreciate it. AMD was watching 71.65. Right, this previous resistance from Thursday. Break above that, we should see some continuation. Amazon been very, very strong recently. Closed up 3% on Friday. We are breaking this pretty big resistance here, pre-market, but not really a fan of the price action regarding setup wise. And Meta is down 0.6%, typical. Right, kind of a wedge here, breaking to the downside. Level I would watch here is just a low of the flag, 134.84. Welcome, Brian. Thanks for stopping by. I'm only doing it for you guys. This is just extra. I don't need to be doing this, Doing it so you guys can learn and hopefully make money. Hopefully every single one of you follow me on Twitter. But I was posting a bunch of great content yesterday on Twitter. And one of my tweets was about house hacking. Does everyone here know what house hacking is? If not, let me know if you want me to, do a live stream or a video on it. But it's probably one of the best things you could do as a younger person. Even if you have a family or whatever and you're older, it's still great. If you don't have a home already. But it's the best thing you could do to slingshot your financial career. To be financially free. Just Apple flagging pre-market. Appreciate it, Tracy. Do a session. Yeah, I could definitely do one. But it's something everyone should do. It will literally change your life. You'll live for free, too. No one likes to pay rent. God, I slept on my neck weird. I can't even turn my neck. Yep, house hacking is buying a multifamily property. You know, it could be 2-family or 3-family. 4 families obviously at best, but it's going to require more money. But you have to live in it for a year in order to obtain an FHA loan. An FHA loan, you only have to put 3.5% to 5% down based on your credit score, right? So if you buy $1 million house, right, 5% down would be $50,000. 3.5% down would be $35,000. It's not a lot at all, right? And you can buy these bigger properties because you're obtaining an FHA loan, as long as you have the correct credit and all that. Right, but you live in it for a year, you rent out the other apartments, and those other apartments that are paying your rent, pretty much they either cover your rent and you live for free, or you end up making money. Right, so you're getting paid to live there, and all you have to do is live there for a year because of the FHA loan, and then after a year you can move out, and now you have a rental property. Right, you're going to have monthly payments, but the tenants are going to pay you back on it. Right, so that's just a brief synopsis of what house hacking is. It's an extremely, extremely useful and tool, and I highly, highly recommend anyone, you know, to do some research. They won't accept $1 million. I just use it for an example. I'm pretty sure the limit is like what, 500,000. Yeah, FHA limit is like somewhere around 500,000. I just tried to do you know, even numbers or simple numbers for, you know, simple purposes. I probably shouldn't have done that, but hopefully you guys get the point. Yeah, FHA loans have a lower requirement for credit score, definitely. Yeah, SPY is definitely flagging here, right? Higher lows, lower highs. I do like this for a play right in the morning, right at open. All right, here's that little flag. Definitely like this. 398.49. Take an entry. Below this, you can take puts. Instead of house hacking, just bought a cheap house, plan on moving out Airbnb. Absolutely, it's a good idea too. Airbnb is amazing. The returns on Airbnb is incredible. If you buy it in a hot spot, ideally where it's warm year round, right? So it doesn't have to, you know, there's no bad season. Returns can be 30 to 40% a year, sometimes even more. It's going to require more upfront capital because you're going to have to put 20% down, as it is an investment property. But if you put $100,000 down, you rent it out, right? You're going to have, you know, payments every month, but you're going to make it back on your Airbnb rental income. You're going to make way more, right? Because people are willing to pay a higher price for a short-term lease. A few days, a week lease, a month lease. And you make your money, you make your down payment money back, you know, pretty quickly. That's, you know, risk-free at that point. Not risk-free, obviously, but, you know, you make your money back, and it's just profits from there as you're, you know, utilizing. It's good debt, right? It's good debt that you're going to have. All right, so SPY pushing up here. It's about to go green. If this breaks out, I'm going to watch calls at open. ES is also breaking out here as well. Currently renovating a rental in a small resort town. Rentals in the area go from 10 to 30K a month. That's amazing. Good job. Keep it up. Keep going. Rentals are the key. Rentals are the key in the summer. Yep. Amazing. And if you could do, you know, if you're handsy and you could do the work yourself, even better. Yeah, absolutely. It's easier to go to a house, right? I know a lot of younger kids that are going to get an Airbnb over a hotel. It's cheaper between, you know, everyone split up, and it's way bigger. It's way bigger. Makes no sense to get a hotel anymore. You have an Airbnb in Norway, doing amazing. If you're away a lot of time, yeah. So a little tip I suggest is, if you aren't in the area of your Airbnb, is right, you hire a cleaning service, but you pay them a little bit extra. Whoops, what did I just do? You pay them a little bit extra to kind of be a property manager, right? If a light bulb goes out, if something breaks, they can fix it, right? So you kind of have a property manager in place with a cleaning service, and they can kind of run it all for a little bit extra. But with that being said, 3 minutes to market open. Let's head over to the Discord. I will head over to voice chat. As always, plan the trade, trade the plan. If there's no setup, there's no trade. Don't be silly. Right? If there's no trade, right? Just wait until tomorrow. Sit out, go to the gym, do something else. Keep yourself distracted. On that note, let's have a good day. I'll see you in the Discord.